adding animation and paths to your Prezi. As you see in this Prezi, nothing has been added to the path. So when I go to present, the computer is not going to know which image to go to first, second, third, and so on. So to add something to a path, it's very, very simple. You have two choices. You can either click Edit Path, and then you can click on the item, and then you'll see how the one shows up here and then it appears in the path. If you decide that you don't want that to zoom into that picture, you would just click the X and it would be removed. So I'm going to click it again so it shows up. The other way that you can add something to a path, I'm going to click Done first, is you can put your cursor right around the edge of that image where you get that light blue line and right click it and click Add to Path. Now you see that there's a 1 here and a 2 here. If I don't like the order, I just click and drag it and move it in the sidebar, and it will change the order in which the items will appear in your path. Now down here is a frame, and it has items inside of it. So when I am in Edit Path, I can even just drag 2, and I could come over here to this frame, and now it has removed it from the 2 from this picture, and now the second item in the path is this frame. I can then click on this one, this will go third. I could click on that one and that would go fourth, and so on. Now if you notice when you're in Edit Path that one of these paths has this star that says Animated Frame Content. The only way that you can animate so that the items inside the frame fade in is if they're inside of a frame. So I can click on this star and I then say I want the image to fade in first, and now a little one with the star shows up. Then I come down here to the text box and I click on it, and now there's a little 2, and when I click Done now, and I click Done again, I'm going to go back to Home so you can see it. So now I have this is the first image in the path. The second one is going to go to this frame, and then we're going to go over to this image. But I want to see what that fade in looks like. So I can hit Present, and there is the first image. When I click down to the second path, you notice the frame is there, but nothing's inside of it. When I click again, now the picture appears, now the text appears. When I click again, I go to my next image. I'm going to hit Escape to get back to my canvas, and I'm going to hit Home again so I can see the whole thing. Now, I want to be able to put this text box and this text together as one image so that when I fade in on it, that it fades in together. So in order to do that, I'm going to insert a frame. I'm going to draw an invisible frame around. Let me zoom back out. I'm going to draw this in. I'm going to go back up to my frames, and I'm going to click Invisible Frames, and I'm going to put an invisible frame over the speech bubble and the text. Now I'm going to click off of it. Let me go back to my Home button so I can zoom in. Alright. So I want to get back to this invisible box that I just put over the smile and the speech bubble. Since I'm inside an invisible frame, I can click on the text box, hold my Shift key, click on the speech bubble, and now you see this icon called Group. When I click on Group, that has now made the smiley and the text box or the speech bubble as one image. Now I want the smiley face to appear first, and then I want the word smile. So once again, we're going to come up here, we're going to draw an invisible frame, but this time I'm going to put the frame over the entire 2 items, and I'm going to click off of it. Now I need to add this to path, so I can go into edit path. And remember, I can just click on this frame and it'll add it. I can right click, see, I go into edit frame. I need to be in edit frame. There we go. Now the 4 appears and the whole thing is on it. Now I can go into my star for animate, and I want the smiley face to appear first, and then I want my speech bubble to appear second. Now I'm going to click done. If I go back to the third one and I want to see what it's going to look like, I go to present. And now when I go in, it's a blank screen because it's an invisible screen. Now I have my smiley face. Now I have my words. At any time, if you do not like the way the path looks or the animation looks, go back into edit path. Wherever you see a star, you can animate. You click into that animation, and if it's already been animated, you can click the red X's to remove it and click done. For the path, once you go into the edit mode and you see the path, at this point you can grab, you can change things around, you can add things by grabbing the plus sign here and adding it. And that's all there is to adding paths in animation.